Hello everyone and welcome to my presentation, Monsters Inside Me, Treponema Padllidum. My name is Zaria and today I'll be walking you through an overview of Treponema Padllidum, the bacterium that is responsible for the disease syphilis. Let's start with where this organism sits in the world of microbiology. Treponema Padllidum belongs to the domain Bacteria, with the phylum Spirocatoa. It is part of the genus Treponema, with Padllidum being the specific species that we're focusing on. These classifications help us understand its structure, its behavior, and its evolutionary relationships. The bacterium has a very distinctive spiral shape, which is why it falls under the group known as spirochetes. It has a gram-negative-like cell envelope, even though it doesn't stain reliably. It's extremely thin, only 0.1 to 0.2 micrometers wide. It moves using axial filaments that rotate internally, giving it a corkscrew-like motion. This unique movement helps to penetrate tissues easily. Treponema Padllidum is an obligate human pathogen, meaning that it cannot survive for long outside of the human body. It replicates slowly and resides primarily in tissues such as blood, mucous membranes, and skin lesions. Because it depends entirely on the human host, transmission between people is essential for its survival. Syphilis remains a major global health concern, with roughly 7 million new cases worldwide every year. Rates have been rising in the United States, especially among sexually active adults. One of the most serious concerns is transmission during pregnancy, which can lead to congenital syphilis, an infection that can be devastating for infants. The disease spreads mainly through sexual contact, particularly through direct contact with infectious sores known as cankres. It can also be passed from mother to baby during pregnancy. Although rare today, transmission can occur through blood if proper safety measures aren't followed. When Treponema Padllidum enters the body, usually through a break in the skin or mucous membrane, it quickly spreads throughout the bloodstream and lymphatic system. It's exceptionally good at hiding from the immune system, which allows it to cause widespread tissue damage over time. The body responds with both innate and adaptive immune responses. Macrophages and neutrophils attempt to control the infection, and antibodies form against surface proteins. However, the bacterium uses antigenic variation, essentially changing its surface structures to evade detection. This constant shape-shifting is a major reason why we still do not have a vaccine for syphilis. Fortunately, Treponema Padllidum remains highly sensitive to penicillin. However, some strains have developed resistance to macrolides, a different class of antibiotics. These mutations make resistance tracking extremely important to ensure effective treatment options are continuing to work. The gold standard treatment for syphilis is penicillin G, which stops the bacterium from building its cell wall. Early stages can often be treated with a single injection, while later stages will require multiple doses. Alternative drugs exist for people who cannot take penicillin due to allergies, but penicillin remains the most effective option. Syphilis is a complex disease that affects multiple body systems. If left untreated, it can impact the skin, the nervous system, the cardiovascular system, and even lead to severe complications or death. It can also be transmitted to infants during pregnancy, resulting in congenital syphilis. The incubation period is typically about 3 weeks. During the primary stage, a painless sore appears at the infection site. In the secondary stage, patients may experience a rash, fever, or swollen lymph nodes. If untreated, the disease can progress into latent and eventually tertiary stages where serious neurological and cardiovascular damage can occur. Syphilis progresses through 4 stages: primary, secondary, latent, and tertiary. Each stage has distinct symptoms or sometimes none at all. Without treatment, the bacterium can remain in the body for years, silently causing damage. A singular intramuscular injection of penicillin G is typically enough for early ages of syphilis. More advanced stages require repeat doses. Follow-up testing is essential to ensure that the infection has fully cleared, especially because symptoms may disappear even while the disease continues internally. Prevention centers around safe sexual practices, regular STI screenings, and ensuring that pregnant individuals are tested during prenatal care. Public health education also plays a crucial role in reducing the infection rates of syphilis. In this case study, a 28-year-old male comes to the clinic with a painless genital ulcer about 3 weeks after having unprotected sex. This case study indicates primary syphilis. Blood tests, including RPR and FTA-ABS, confirm the diagnosis. He is treated with a single intramuscular injection of benzathine penicillin G, and his symptoms resolved with follow-up tests confirming the successful treatment. A historical fact about syphilis is it was discovered in 1905 and became one of the earliest infections ever successfully treated with antibiotics. Syphilis is often called the great imitator because its symptoms resemble many other diseases, making the diagnosis challenging. These are the primary references used throughout the presentation, including guidelines from the CDC and